Alright, YouTube. So I'm not really gonna put a whole lot in the description of what I did. Flat tap at Thumpr Cam. Uh, takes precision tuning. Took some work. As you see, I threw the spacer in there to help get some more air in there, and that solved a huge idle problem. Holley 4160. Of course, everybody know what that is. Wow, I put a 3.5 power valve in there. I was making 10 at idle, 8 in gear. So then the other issue is the vacuum secondary. So I went in there, I changed the spring. I went up to the brown spring, and once I did that, I mean, it just idles smooth. I mean, in the other videos, I don't know if you could tell, it ran rich. It was a little hell. It still ran fairly good. But I mean, this time, like when I drove it after I put that spring in there, at stoplights, it was like no hesitation or bog. My timing is total timing is 36. I hit it with an initial of 12. Tried 14 and 16, but when it got hot, it didn't want to spin. I don't know why. So I back down to 12. Then put it at a total of 36, and it, as you see, it fires right up. I think the big thing with the Thumpr is air to me. Is to get as less gas as possible. It doesn't like low RPMs, so I expected to idle at 8 times. I called and it's like almost like a Magnum. I guess it's in the Magnum family, they say. So 350 turbo. I'm running a 3000 stall on it. So I mean that stands as ground too when you hammer it. That's a plus. I just redid the wires and everything, man. But really, the headache is just really in the carburetor, man. As long as you got your motor right, follow the profile of the cam, the compression you need. Before I did this cam, I went in and redid my seals and springs. It's the second time I actually did cylinder heads and made sure that was right. Vortex heads, of course. But the issue is really the carburetor. I do have an Edelbrock, but I just can't get into it to get it to work right. So this Holley right here has been faithful to me. But it takes a little surgery to get it to work with the Thumpr. So I recommend vacuum gauge whenever you get it set up. 8 inches of vacuum in gear, so that's about, it would be 4. There is no 4 with Holley, so I went down to 3.5. And if you do have an issue after you change that, the next I would recommend going to your vacuum secondaries, because that's where the extra fuel is going to be coming from regardless. And I changed that spring, and once I changed that spring, that ended it all. I recommend 3000 stall with it. I think the profile calls for less than that, which is issue. This cam will only like idling from 900 to 1000, I believe. Anything less is it's gonna bog. It's not gonna be worth shit, man. But if you have any questions of what I did to get it to run, shoot me a message. It's a good cam. It's mainly the sound that's of interest. I always wanted one even before I built built this engine, but I went with the XC274H, which I'm probably gonna go back to if I keep this flat tapper motor in there. I got a roller motor put up that I may put a Thumpr in that. I don't know if they have an XC274H for that, but I'm gonna ride this one out this year. Probably next summer I'm gonna go back to the 274H. I love that idle. I love the throttle response on that. This cam has power too. I mean, you get about 3,500 RPM. I mean, you dipping, it'll be in your ass. So like it, read it. Any questions? Shoot me a message.